What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Brian Nhira podcast. My name is Brian Nhira, and I am your host. Today, I am going to be telling the story about how I blew up on TikTok. It was in 2021. Yeah, 2021 that I was getting ready to go to a writing camp in Chicago. So I was at the writing camp in Chicago, and at this point, I hadn't had a lot of interaction on TikTok. Honestly, just to be very transparent, I was a little scared to get on TikTok because I'm the type of person who I don't always like learning new social media platforms. I don't always like going through the process of having to start from scratch. I know that's not the best, but that's just how I was honestly feeling about TikTok. I was the person who was like, oh, it's just a trend. It's just a fad. It's going to come. It's going to go. Every now and then I did have a TikTok platform, but I will post every now and then. And I always thought that I had to be funny. And so being funny and creating funny videos, it doesn't always come natural for me. And I know that's similar for a lot of people. Just having to be funny all the time isn't the most natural thing. And so that was what kind of inhibited me or kept me back from really engaging with the TikTok platform. So back to my Chicago story. I was in Chicago for a writing camp. And one day at lunch during the writing camp, I was just kind of mingling, talking with people. And I went and sat down with a guy who was sitting by himself, and his name was Michael. And so Michael and I just began to talk. I was like, hey, what do you do? You're an artist and whatnot. He was like, actually, no, I'm a social media manager or a strategist. And so we began to talk just about social media, and I began to just shoot him a lot of questions because I had a lot of questions about the different social media platforms. And then I asked him the question. I said, hey, what do you feel like every artist should be doing on social media right now? And he said, without even taking a breath, he was like, every artist needs to be on TikTok. And I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. The TikTok conversation is coming back up. I've been trying to avoid it for as long as I could, but I listened to him. But then we began just to talk about just the ins and outs of TikTok. And he began to give me some really good advice on how I could interact with TikTok. He ultimately started looking at my social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram. And he was like, dude, you have so much content that you should be posting on TikTok. You should be taking all of the videos that you have on YouTube and you should be breaking them up into little TikTok videos. And that was a light bulb in my mind. And furthermore, my objection to him was well, I don't really have time to do that. I don't really have time to be, just constantly shopping and posting and whatnot. But he was like, what you need to do is you need to take some time out to, chop some videos up and then put them in your drafts so that you're not even thinking about it. It's automatic. You wake up every day and you have a video that you're able to post. He showed me his drafts. He had 30 videos in his drafts that he was able just to post automatically. And so that was another light bulb that went off and another revelation for me. And so, I was like, okay, I think, whenever I get back home, I'm going to start doing that. So then I left the writing camp and I went to my best friend's wedding in Oklahoma. And so at their wedding, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was the groomsman. I was helping, with the setup, the sound, all types of stuff at the wedding. But I was also the wedding singer, or I was asked to do worship at the wedding. And so, I usually, if I do a wedding, I'll usually videotape it professionally or whatnot. But at this wedding, I was like, I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm just going to do it. I'm not even going to worry about the performance. I'm just going to sing, not worry about capturing it or whatnot. So I did that. It was a super duper duper powerful moment of worship during their wedding. People just engaged on a crazy level in the worship. And so it was a powerful, powerful moment. I didn't really think much about it. after it happened. But at the end of the wedding, I was sitting with one of the videographers. I was like sitting on the steps of one of the, of like in the venue, and one of the videographers came over to me. He was like, man, that was awesome. That was so awesome. He was like, you know what? I actually took a couple video clips of you singing. Do you want them? And I was like, sure, man, you can just airdrop them to me real quick. And I remember it was literally like 2 15-second clips that were actually not that great at all. But it captured the moment. It was very raw. It was very relatable. It was very, very real clips of what happened in the moment. And so I remember that night I went home, I went back to the hotel with my wife, and as I was sitting, she was getting ready for bed. And so I was just sitting in bed, and I went to my phone, looked at the clips. I was like, these are really cool clips. And I mean, these are good clips. Let me go ahead and just put them on TikTok, because I felt like they would be good for TikTok. Not anywhere else. I was like, I'm not putting this on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. But hey, I don't really care about TikTok at this moment. So I spliced them together, or I just, you know how you can do in TikTok, like select 2 photos, or videos. I selected 2 videos and I put them on, and I just like, the caption was literally like, great time at my friend's wedding or something like that. But I remember I just went to bed, and the next day my wife and I were getting ready to travel back to Tennessee where we live. And I get on my phone as we were at the gate, and I get on TikTok, and I look, and I have like 4,000 to 5,000 new followers. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And so I go to my page, and I see that video has like over 200,000 views. And that's the most that I had ever gotten to that point on a video. And so then I was like, I showed my wife, I was like, this is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. And so then one of the things I started doing that I do on every other platform is I just started replying to people's comments. I just started replying. There was literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments, but I started to replying to all of them. And like, I think by doing that, it helped the video get more exposure. And so the video ultimately ended up getting close to 1 million views. But then what I did the next day, taking Michael's advice from Chicago, is I just started posting content. I started posting all of the content that I had from like previous weddings and whatnot. And so I remember the very next clip that I put up was a clip of me singing my song, Would You Still Love Me, at a wedding in, I believe it was in Florida. And it was like a little short clip of me singing like the chorus of the song. And that clip went viral. That clip immediately went viral, got more views than the Goodness of God video from my friend's wedding. And so I just started posting and posting and posting after that, and a lot of the videos will go viral. But just taking his advice and taking those little things is how I got acclimated into the TikTok world and how I initially blew up on TikTok. And what it ultimately did is it opened up the door for me to start doing a lot more weddings and a lot more surprise weddings. So then surprise weddings became an avenue and a way for me to supply more content onto TikTok. And anytime I post those videos, they always do really well. But so I just want to encourage you, if there's one takeaway from this video of how I blew up on TikTok, it's keep posting. Just keep posting, because you never know which video is going to be the video. And I believe on TikTok, there's always one video that becomes the catalyst for building your whole TikTok platform. I want to encourage you, don't stop posting. Keep posting, because you want to be ready for that moment. Okay? So thank you so much for listening to this episode about how I blew up on TikTok on the Brian Nhira podcast. Make sure that you subscribe on whatever platform you like to listen or watch on. Talk to you next time.